All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tsunami Talk. I'm Tommy Birch, and I'm here with a future guard for Louisville women's basketball and Kansas women's Gatorade Player of the Year. This is Zyanna Walker. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So went to Wichita Heights High School, right? You hear me?
Yeah, my fault. You cut out. You said what?
No, I said I went to Wichita Heights High School, right?
Right.
Yeah, you put up some crazy numbers. From what I saw, right, 26 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals. 5 steals.
Yeah. Yep.
That's wild to me. 5 steals is wild to me. I haven't seen something like that before. So, obviously, good stats get you good offers. So he had a lot of big-time offers, and you chose Louisville. But my question was, why did you choose Louisville?
Well, I mean, really, it's just like the coaching staff. When I went on my visit, they kept it real with me. They were honest and just upfront of what they needed from me. And then when I went on my visit, it just felt like home, and I knew it was right. It was the right place for me.
No, I feel you for sure. I mean, it's really important because, like, when I chose my school, like for most people, it's like, I went to a couple of visits, and I bet you did too, where you went to places like, because you got big time offers. You go around, just like doesn't feel like the place. It's like, it's really nice, but it's just not for me. So
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's awesome that you found a place that like you feel like is home. So
Yeah.
speaking of the other recruiting, like all the other recruiting, what was the recruiting process like with all those big time schools?
It could get a little overwhelming at times. I got school, I got workouts, and I got 30 different coaches trying to call me, all the time. So, you got to manage your schedule. You got to make time for those coaches because, you got to figure out where you're trying to go. You got to do your research, pay attention, look at different playing styles, all that. That just all goes into the process.
How much, like, when it comes to, like, recruiting, how much film do you watch on the schools that are recruiting you before you, like, decide to commit or visit?
You said how many schools?
No, how much film do you watch film on, like, the schools and, like, their play style and stuff?
I would just, like, on TV, I'd like watching women's basketball, and so I would just, especially the schools that I know I was more interested in, I watched them a lot. And I would try to watch as many games as possible.
That's cool. And I always thought that was cool. Like those big, I never got to be one of those big time guys. I imagine like watching a school and be like, yeah, they offered me, man. I don't know, but like Bama had me, like I'm envious, bro. So when did you start playing basketball?
I think I started at the Y when I was 5.
5. And like, who got you into basketball?
My parents, they played in high school, but I mean, they didn't go past high school, but they just put me in basketball and I just started falling in love with it.
I mean, that's great.
Yeah.
It's like people's, like, I've interviewed a lot of guys, and most people, their biggest influence when it comes to sports is like their parents and stuff like that. So, when did you start taking basketball seriously?
I would say sixth grade, because that's when I started playing AAU, like traveling to Texas and all those tournaments where I was seeing, top athletes. And I'm like, I want that to be me. So, I was getting in the gym pretty much every day since 6th grade, every day.
So you started like putting in the real work once you got into 6th grade, So
Right.
like what?
Yeah, I was always playing basketball, but 6th grade I was training and everything, just trying to get better.
When did you notice there was like a bit of a skill gap? Like you started performing really well and like thinking that basketball was really for you?
8th grade. Say 8th grade.
Yeah. All right. Sweet. So, what motivated you to start working hard?
Just my love for the game, and my passion. Like, I just couldn't imagine myself doing anything else. So I just put all my time and effort into basketball.
Awesome. So actually speaking of, like, you love basketball. So what's your favorite part of it? Like, I'm talking environment, like family culture, like the team aspect, everything. Like, I want to hear all your favorite parts of the game.
Uh, I think my favorite part is playing in front of big crowds. You know, you got butterflies going, uh, everybody out there playing hard, and I think just out there just silencing the crowd. I love that. You know, when you had an away game, you got the crowd saying this and that to you, and it just feels good when you got them quiet. You know,
Trey
I
Young, take a
like that.
bow. Trey Young, take a bow.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I got a couple more fun questions, right? So my first question is, what's your go-to
You said my go-to what?
pregame meal?
Pre-game meal? Before games, I like to eat about like 3 hours before the game because if not, I can just feel stuff in my stomach, and I hate that. But I mean, I'll say PBJ.
PBJ?
Yeah,
Valid, valid. That's like a classic, but it's the way to go. So, favorite pregame like artist? Who do you listen to?
NBA YoungBoy.
NBA Youngboy? Yeah, you listen
Yeah,
to Youngboy. So is that like
yeah.
that's your go-to? Like you listen to only Youngboy, or is it just like your favorite?
No, he's just my favorite rapper.
No, for sure. I feel you. So that's what you're bumping before, like when you're on the bus getting on the way to the game, you know?
Yeah, I most likely listen to YoungBoy for sure.
Sweet. All right. And then so you watch a lot of women's basketball, right? Like you were talking about before?
Right.
Who's your favorite
Mm-hmm.
women's basketball player of all time?
Uh, I'll say Brandon Stewart.
That's fire. Yeah. And then what's your favorite like basketball like NBA player of all time?
Kevin Durant.
That's one of mine too. I'm not gonna lie to you. So
Yeah.
yeah, so I obviously this is my job. I got to do research on this stuff, right? So according to what I'm looking at, you had some knee injuries during your high school career, right?
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
when was that?
I tore my ACL the end of my sophomore year, and
So
then I just tore my meniscus 2 times after that.
2 times after that.
Yeah,
Same knee or different knees?
the same knee.
Damn, man. So like I saw like I was looking at it and you were a 5-star, like had everything, like everybody was lining up to offer you, and then like the knee injuries just you know but you're still the fact that you can still perform at a high level and stay up there, and even like you're still top 50 in your class, like
Mm-hmm.
that's really like I'm happy for you, because like a lot of people don't come back from that kind of stuff. I've seen the worst of it myself, like honestly. So that's really all I got. We ran through it, got it done quick. It was nice talking to you, figuring out like because my whole thing is I want to figure out how, like, what's your like what makes you go. So thank you everybody for listening. Thank you, Zyanna, for coming on, and I will see you next time. Peace.
Thank you.